I want you guys to be careful driving out there. Saw two accidents last night. One accident was on the freeway. The cars are parked in the exit lane to Richard Street. I'm in Sacramento. And another accident, I was driving down, I think I was driving past I Street or in by Q Street or some other street in Sacramento, and a car hit another car. So I want you guys to slow down because the problem is like even on the freeway, I'm trying to get around the car and the people don't stop, man. Like what I'm telling you, people are commuting so far, they're just locked in their minds. Like, I'm my robot, I've been working all day for 2.5 hours, and then they see the accident. No, you can't go anywhere, but they won't let you in, man. It's sad. So, reason I'm telling you that is because after that Drake July 2008 recession, the jobs that were close where you can make $50,000 a year close to your house, but didn't like say like an hour. Was there, you could be a banker. Hey, I could be working at a BMW place or a Mercedes place. I could be doing something to bring home the money. But now those jobs have relocated to places where maybe the rent is cheaper or they get tax incentives from the company, from the city that they're in. And now you have people driving 2 and 3 hours a week. It took me like 20 minutes just to get on the freeway. And then once I get on the freeway, there's a car accident. So then I got to put on my hazards to try to get around. And the people just don't let you in. I mean, it's like robots. Robot, I work for money. Now that I got my $50,000, get out of my way so I can go home. It's like, what's going on with people? I thought this is supposed to be the best economy since like whenever, so people should be happy and jolly. And isn't it supposed to be like, oh, the Christmas time? Oh, I told you, there ain't no such thing as Christmas. If you don't have any money, the only thing you care about Christmas is maybe you'll get a free meal at the mission, if that now. So why I'm telling you this is because some of you guys are in careers that like Amazon and tech. Now look at this phone, for example. Back in 2001, I spent $5,000 for a web page. I think I spent almost $2,000 for a computer. And I was to run a small business where I did tutoring and I did seminar work. Now, this phone right here, I still have to pay the bill on it. It's due. The bill for this phone is $85 a month. I got internet, I got a camera, I have a clock. I have everything. I don't even care. Used to have like the Timex watches. I used to have all that. I don't even have that anymore. You just use the phone for everything. I mean, remember there was a time where TVs were huge. Like if you go, I like to going to those people's houses. You have the TV that's all on the back of the wall. There was a time where computers were super heavy. I remember when I lived in one apartment, I had like this giant TV. I think it was like, I thought I had it going on. It's like a big 22-inch Magnavox. And I remember I came home one day. I think this is when I was living in my first apartment. I was trying to cut it on. What? That's when it was broken. And then it cost me another $500 to get like at least another type of TV. So I mean, technology is changing, and then also you have like the older generation like me. People are like 51 in their 50s. They're selling their houses, so that means there's going to be less need for like repair people, I think, or carpenters or things like that to repair a house. Maybe if you live I'm in a La Quinta Inn right now, so maybe if you're a La Quinta Inn, you got to be a company and sell yourself. But I don't know how long we're going to keep people having like these big houses, because how many years can people commute 3 4 hours to work, 2 hours one direction, 2 hours the next, just to make money? And then the problem is that only 76% of people living paycheck to paycheck. A lot of the new jobs, like as the older people, like in my company, like a lot of people retired, they haven't even replaced their positions, and these positions pay maybe an extra $600 or $700 that could be going into the economy. Now that's a position that's eliminated. So what are you going to do? So that's why I want you to work on your sales skills. That's the only thing that will go. Even the robots want someone that can sell. The robot wants you to go out. Hey, talk to this person, show them what type of product I have, and let me get them into my business, and then let's get how to build your business. Or you have to talk to people how to help themselves. Sorry, yawning. Or just talk to people how to improve themselves. So Reason I got turned on to sales is because I got laid off in 1995, and that's what's doing. Like I've been doing the 95 recession, 2001 recession, 2008 recession. So when I graduated for college, we were going into a recession, and in 2001, that was right after 9/11. I was graduating with my MBA. We went into another recession. So that's when I learned about sales. I think my first sales job was I worked as a telemarketer for like a Special Olympic place. That was my first job. Then I think I got another job where I got a retail job where I worked at a Togo sandwich shop for a while. Tried to work that job, ended up getting fired because they wanted you to do the sandwiches and wrap them a certain way. Yeah, that was dangerous. And then I remember for the Special Olympic job that I was working, I worked it for a while. But then I showed up one day and the gate was locked and I didn't get my final check for that job. And I think my next job was, I think I tried to do alumni calling for UC Davis. And then I did I worked for home delivery jobs or did other jobs, like smaller sales jobs, 1 or 2 day jobs. And then from there, I mean, my biggest pay job was I worked at Golden Tiger Martial Arts, where I fine-tuned my sales skills because I did all the Kevin Hogan, Grant Cardone. I was doing John Maxwell, and I still go to seminars. This February, I'm going to a seminar in Vegas. Maybe Steve Harvey will be there to give me some advice on how to apply how he went from working in the comedian to making himself a brand. And one thing you got to know, it's not going to happen in one day. I remember I was so scared to talk to people. Look at me, I'm on the phone now. You know, I did a 1 funnel away challenge with Russell Brunson. So 365 days, I got to talk on the phone or put a video out. So that's why you see me on the video. I got to do this until next August. So this is my 19th one of September. So what I'm trying to do is just get my face out there, just get more comfortable talking to people, control my features. I know how to talk, like, hey, I know how to do my best to overcome your objections. But now look at me, I'm basically broadcast to the world. Though it shows no views, it's out there. I mean, like Drake, I was watching some of the stuff for Drake. He's been around for almost 10 years. Cardi B has been around for almost 4 or 5 years, and I only recently, like, you found their material. It's like, hey, that's pretty good. I'll listen to it. What it shows you about sales, you always have to just keep going. It's like you're like a stream. You're just always just flowing, improving this. You're like the river. You keep hitting that one big wall for a while, and you keep probing it and probing it and probing it. Eventually, you're going to find that weak spot, and you're going to start flowing a little, flowing a little, flowing a lot. So what I want you to do this week, just work on your sales skill. For example, hey, let's just get to the point. Here's one book I've been reading. Never Split the Difference. If negotiating. This book was talking to you about how this person used to be a hostage negotiator. And one of the sections that I've read was one about how, for example, like when say someone takes you hostage and they're asking for money, well, he says, well, how am I supposed to come up with that much money in an amount of time? And how do I even know that person's still alive? And then after you find out that, you've talked to them and say, hey, how much money do you actually want? Verify it, and then, keep the person. But one day they told me, I liked about the one story about the black swan. The person told you what he wanted to do. He said, I want to die. And negotiators didn't believe him because they thought, hey, nobody wants to die. When you take someone hostage, you want something. But you know what? This person was smart. He had certainty. He killed everyone. And then finally he killed he killed people. He killed the teller. And then eventually he stood in front of a window and he got shot by a sniper because he said he had certainty. What I'm trying to tell you is you got to have that type of certainty. You almost have to be like a psychopath. It's like, I'm going to be successful. I'm going to learn sales skills. I'm going to put $200 to $300 away. I'm going to have a little extra money in my pocket. I'm going to be the one that just learns how to talk to everyone. I'm going to be the one that knows how to take rejection. Like for my example, like I've been applying for different positions to get promoted. I'm getting interviews, but then I turn the interview down. Then after I turn the interview down, then I get like a letter saying you didn't get the interview. Because right now I want to do it, but also I want to make sure I have other cash flows coming in. I got a stable cash flow. If I get promoted, you maybe get 5 to 10% and you have a title. But also this year I got to make at least $10,000 a month. So I keep applying for sales jobs, working on my sales skills, marketing like this, building a website to do lead generation, going to events, talking to people, taking on side jobs like I did at the Breeders' Cup. I was able to use all my sales skills and I made $600 in tips. And then I paid out at least half of those to the bartender, to the busser, and to the other people. So I was like building my own economy. I go to the customer, talk to the person, get the money, take the money, so supply money. So that's the power of having money. You got to bring money into yourself, then take that money and let it flow out. And the only way you can do that is with sales and negotiation skills. So what I'm going to show, that's what I'm working on. I'm working on my follow-up skills, my sales skills, because that's something technology can't replace.